Ready? Go ahead.
Hi guys, welcome to the Hat Mommy.
Hi guys, welcome back to Illy's Beauty Box. This is my daughter,
Nyla.
Hi, and we're here to do a review on the Studio Makeup on the Go eyeshadow palette. I ended up using this palette today, and I am impressed with the way my makeup came out. Nyla, how do you think it came out, my makeup?
Her makeup came out good, and she also has this kind of makeup.
Yes, she's going to show you all my makeup, my whole collection. But we're here just to go over this little Studio Go palette. I am very impressed with the quality on it.
Well,
I did experience. Okay, can I talk? All right, because now you're going over me, and they can hear me, and we're talking about how the quality of this makeup was. Okay, so I got this in my Boxycharm. I got it, you know, I have the subscription. I'm gonna leave the link up on top about the Boxycharm. And basically it was a small little palette, and it comes with 9 shadows, and they're all matte with the exception of 4. So you got 5 mattes and 4 shimmers. It's a really nice palette. I did experience a lot of kickback. I don't know if you can see it all around the palette itself. There was a lot of kickback on the eyeshadow and a lot of fallout, but as far as the blending purposes, it didn't get muddy. The colors stood true, and it was very blendable, very workable, and I was very impressed with this palette. So if you guys got your Boxycharm, I hope you enjoy this palette. If you can buy this palette, I'm probably going to put a link somewhere up here where you could go to the website and order it, but I was really impressed. I don't know much about the company Studio Makeup on the Go, so I do have to check up on that. So if you guys want to see how this makeup came about, please continue to watch. And before I go into the tutorial, I'll probably show you swatches. In fact, let me just do some swatches now. This is the coppery penny type color, which is beautiful. It's like a champagne. This is the gold. Look how beautiful. This is like this reminds me of nylon from MAC. Gorgeous. And then the black, it is a little bit patchy on my finger. I didn't play with this one, so I don't know how truly pigmented it is. I did have a little bit of problem with this brown one here. I just felt like it has little lots of go on it, and it was just so hard. And I'm so sorry, she's so hyper in the background. She came home from school, caught me in the middle of doing this video, and of course she had to be in it. So please excuse my hyper Nyla. Hyper Nyla, right? You see how streaky and chalky this color came out? I was having a really hard time with this color. I kept packing it on. So out of the exception of all these colors, the only one that I found that I experienced difficulty, but again, I haven't tried the gold one, the nylon little one that reminds me of nylon from MAC. I use that on my inner tear duct, but everything else is good. Is it worth the price? I don't know. I have to keep working with it to see, but it is a beautiful palette to put in a little travel bag, and you can create so many looks. So it is gorgeous. And like I said, if you guys are interested and want to see this tutorial, take care, keep watching, and bye.
And don't forget to subscribe and give us a thumbs up.
That was not even. Oh wow. Good job, baby. Bye.
Bye.
She's hilarious, Nyla. Thank you guys if you made it this far into it. So the first thing I did was I prepped my face with my Scandinavia primer. And now I'm using One Heck of a Block by Soap & Glory. And I'm going to apply that to my T-zone area. While my face is taking in the primer, I am going to be working with my eyebrows. And I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills Clear Brow Gel. And I'm also going to be working with my MAC gel. I don't remember the name of this. I would definitely leave the product down at the bottom bar. And I'm going to be using a crown brush for the eyebrows to carve out my brows. If you guys want me to do a more detailed tutorial on how I do my brows, I could definitely do that as a separate video. Just comment down below that you are interested in watching one of my brow tutorials. I think I only done a dupes but not a tutorial itself. Now I'm grabbing milk. I had deposited this into a jar and I used that to prime my eyes, and now I am setting it with a translucent brow color. It's like a brow color, honestly. It's like a little bone color. And now I'm putting translucent powder all over my eyes to get my eyes ready to work with the first shadow from this palette. Okay, grabbing the palette, I'm going in with this first warm cool color, that nice little brown color, and I'm going to be using that as a transition shade, and I'm going to be applying that on my crease. And I'm using the Rosita Apple Balm blending brush, and I'm just going to be using windshield wiping motion, going back and forth, adding some more product and just building up the color as to your liking. Here I forgot to show you the second color that I'm working with, but it's on the same row, the last line. We're going to be applying that towards our inner part of the crease, and I am using a little bit more of a denser brush. This one's by Coastal Scents. I love these brushes by Coastal Scents. They work just as well as my MAC and my Sigma 25 brush. They're nice, they're dense, and they are very workable and blendable. And I'm just concentrating that color on my inner part of my crease where the fold is, and I'm just building up the color, and I'm building up the color and creating a dimension on my eyelids. That's all I'm doing. I'm just giving my eyes a little bit more room so the colors can pop and show off better. Okay, so I finally decided to grab that top color, far end of where the black one is, and I decided to grab a flat shader brush, and I am applying that on my eyelids. I don't know if you can see the fallout there on my eye, on my cheeks. So this color definitely has a lot of kickback and fallout. So just make sure that if you're going to work with this palette and work with the deeper colors, that you apply it before you do your eyes, before you do your foundation. I want you to also notice that I am packing it, gently packing it all over my eyelid. I am not blending it, I am just packing it little by little. That way you don't get too much fallout and you're able to get the pigment to show off better on your eyes. Here I go back in with my denser brush and I just start blending it, just to make sure that everything looks nice blended and it doesn't look so harsh. I did go back into the palette and I started adding that color that I had used before, the penny color with the gold reflex. That's the one that gave me a little hard time. I am reapplying it with the flat shader brush, and then I decided to take the brown color that was next to the black with a more defined pointed pencil brush, and I'm using my, what is this, Sonia Kashar brush, and I'm just going to be applying that on my outer V part and then just working it and then carefully blending it upwards, but I'm really concentrating it on my outer V part, creating that upside down triangle, if you can see it. And now I'm going to grab my Coastal Scent brush and just start blending that away to make sure that nothing looks harsh and everything looks well blended. You don't want it to just look like a glob of eyeshadow there, so I am just blending away. I go back and forth, adding color, blending, adding color, blending, and it's all by preference. It's up to how you like it. But yeah, I just decided to keep the clips a little bit so you can see that I do end up adding and blending and adding and blending. And I do this a lot off of camera because, you know, I don't want to bore you guys and have this video extremely long. But it's really a matter of preference, and you guys, you can judge what you want. It is time to have my second eyes done. Voila. Okay. Now, to do work with the face, I'm going to be using my Pro Glow foundation, and I'm going to be mixing two colors because I don't know what the hell's going on with my skin, but I do have two different colors. So I use the darker shade on the outside of my perimeter of my face, and then I use the lighter shade to my T-zone. It's kind of like a contouring in a way. Yeah? No? And now I'm using my beauty blender to blend it all the way. I'm working out with the darker colors on the outside, and then I go in with the lighter colors. I'm using my beauty blender just to pat it into my skin and make sure that everything is nice and well blended. Grabbing my Makeupforever foundation, concealer HD, I am going to be applying that underneath my eyes. I'm just making like a, not a triangle, but a little, almost like an inverted triangle, only with the lines. And I'm just applying very little of it. A little bit goes a long way. And then I grab, of course, the beauty blender just to blend it in. I'm tapping it into my skin. I don't drag the beauty blender. All I do is tap, tap, tap. And then I grab a translucent powder. I think I'm going to be using the Loreal to set underneath my eyes. So I work with the damp beauty blender and I tap it. You don't want to drag it. You're just going to tap it into the skin, and then you're going to set it with the translucent powder. I like using the Loreal or my Band 9 translucent powder. It's a matter of preference, but that's what I like to do. Now, grabbing a big fluffy brush, I am going to be wiping off the translucent powder that I added. I don't like it to set too much underneath my eyes because it can cause a little bit of dryness under my eyes. And grabbing a big flat kabuki brush, this one's by e.l.f., along with my finishing powder from e.l.f., I am going to be setting my foundation. To warm up my face, I'm going in with Give Me Sun by MAC, and I will be using a little angle brush. I think this one's also by Crown Brush. I like to buy these brushes when I see them on Hot Look. And I'm going to be on the lookout when I see them on sale. I'm definitely going to give you guys a heads up so you guys can grab them when they are less expensive. And you know, I have to contour my cheeks. I'm going in with a flat brush. This one's by Coastal Scents. It's like a little flat defined brush, and I'm just going in with that darker gray shade color from my LA Girl Pro Matte contour palette, and I'm just gonna be adding that right at the edge of my cheek where my hairline meets with my ear, and I'm just creating that dark defined line, and then I'm gonna use a different brush to blend it all out. That's it. I definitely have to bake underneath my cheeks because I am not a skinny person, but when I do this, for some reason it slims down my face, and I love this method for me, personally for me, but it just gives me a more of a defined face, and I love this technique. it's a matter of preference again, but this one definitely works for me. And I'm also going to be contouring my nose. I'm just creating a little small line. I just stroked it, and then you want to make sure that you blend it. I use my finger to blend, and basically that is it for my contouring part. Now we're going to go back into that palette, the eye palette, the Makeup on the Go, Studio Makeup on the Go, and we're grabbing that warm shade color that we use as a transition color. We're going to apply that at the bottom of our eyes. I'm using one of my what is this, the Naked palette brushes that came in one of my palettes, and I'm just using that to line out underneath my eyes, and I'm also blending it out. Now I'm going back in, and I think I grabbed the coppery color, like that nice beautiful champagne color, and I'm applying that a little bit closer to my waterline. I just like how it just brings a little bit of light to my eyes. And again, I'm using the same brush, and I'm going to be blending that out. Then I go back into the palette, and I grab that white shimmery color. Reminds me so much of nylon, and I decided to add that to my inner tear duct. I just love when I add that type of shimmery color on the center of my tear duct. It just brings so much light to my eyes, and it makes my eyes pop. So I definitely do this. This is one of my methods, one of my routines. I love this. Now I'm working on my bottom lashes, and I'm using the MAC Giga Black mascara. I love the way the wand is separated. I love how it looks like a little mini screwdriver, and it individually colors each bottom lash. I have been loving this mascara for my bottom lashes. It is a definite staple in my collection for now. For blush, we're going to be grabbing Luminoso by Milani along with my Real Techniques blush brush. I love this brush for blush. It picks up the right amount. All you have to do is just tap it, and it just picks up the right amount, and it just puts the color right on your cheek. I love it. It is like the perfect blush for blush. For highlight, I grabbed the Anastasia Beverly Hills Gleam Kit, and the color that I'm working with is in the color Starburst. And I'm using a fluffy brush to add that to the apples of my cheek, well, actually a little bit higher from my cheekbone. I'm doing that on my right, on my left. I mean, just look at that highlight, if you can see that. I added that on the tip of my nose. And I did go over it over my eyebrows. This is something new. I never tried that before, and I kind of liked it. And I also added that on my Cupid's bow. To outline my lips, I'm going to be using this pencil. This one's by Motives in the color Natural. And I'm definitely going to be overdrawing my lips just a little bit. Usually where my lips end, I'm going just underneath that and a little bit on top. I don't really like to do it too much on the top part because you can actually see that it's drawn in, and I don't like that. But I'm definitely going to be using this lip pencil to color in my lips, and then I go over it with a lipstick. This is one of my favorite colors. It's by MAC in the color Teddy. I love this color. It is so natural. It doesn't look fake on my lips. I just love the natural finish that it gives. It's one of my favorite nude lipsticks. And that is it. My beauty boxers, that is all. Oh wait, finishing spray. This one's the finishing spray by Scandinavia, and I am spraying that like crazy on my face. And if you made it this far, please again comment down below and say Illy. Thank you guys so much for watching my videos, subscribing, commenting, interacting. I love you guys so much, and I hope to see you guys very soon. Bye.